Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and welcome to Get Fit With Me series yoga edition. That's what this is today. And we are going to be doing a review. We're going to be doing the routine like we always do. For those who are new to the channel, what this channel is about, mainly when it comes to the Get Fit With Me series, is I do the exercises. Whether it be yoga or if I'm doing meal prepping, you're going to actually see me do it. And then I typically try to give a review when it comes to all the exercise, well, the yoga stuff. Because with the yoga stuff is with a twist. I'm not the creator of any of these routines for the yoga. I actually try to find other YouTube content creators, particularly of the melanin variety, and do their routine and give my feedback on it and kind of, give it like a thumbs up, thumbs down. I haven't really given any of them a thumbs down yet. But yeah, I don't do the routine ahead of time. I'm seeing it for the first time and I do it. And that's kind of what the channel's about. And the goal is I want to help people get active, and it's kind of an interactive way for you to work out with me, because I am by no means a professional when it comes to, I'm not a yoga instructor. I'm not certified in that. Never taken any classes. I mean, I've taken classes as far as doing the yoga classes, but I've never, not to be an instructor. And then even with the exercises. Now, I haven't done a Get Fit With Me series, and then we're going off on tangent a little bit, but I haven't done a Get Fit With Me series, strength training edition in a while. I kind of do want to get back to that. That is slightly different. With that, I am actually just doing my own routines that I've came up with that's worked for me throughout the years. I try to mix it up and whatnot. And I am no longer certified as a personal trainer, but I was at one point in time. I just did not renew my certification. So I do actually have exercise background when it comes to strength training, which ironically, I haven't done much of that on this channel, but we're going to get back to it at some point in time. I'm hoping the reason why I've kind of put that on pause is I actually want to try to come up with a setup at home that will work, where I can kind of do that stuff without having to do that at a gym per se. Because when I do those routines at a gym, there's a lot of editing involved, because I don't want to have people in the shots and whatnot, because you can't film people without their consent. That's not cool. And I'm not about that on this channel either. So it's a lot of editing involved when I do those, which is why I don't do a lot of them. But, and for a while, the reason why I was doing them was I was not being very consistent with the strength training. But we back now. Yeah. 2 weeks in a row, I've gotten into the gym 3 times a week, and I'm working towards that this week. I'm actually hoping for 4. So we're getting back on the saddle. But of course, we never stop exercising over here. That's just not what we do. But anyway, back to why we're here today. We are going to be reviewing Tried and True Black Yogi with Nico Marie. She's back. Hey, she's back. She back. She came up with a video about 3 days ago, and it is daily morning yoga for a fresh start with affirmations, and is a 15-minute practice. And I'm looking forward to it because, yeah, we haven't reviewed her for about a couple weeks now, and I want to get back to that. So I don't know if she's going to be back to posting as much as she was posting before, because for a while she was relentless, but it was also because she had that challenge that she was doing. So she had content up daily, and I give kudos for that. I can't even do that. And the fact that she was doing that, I was like, all right, God bless. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the routine. So today we are starting the practice in a comfortable seated position. After we get started in that comfortable seat position, focusing on our breath, focusing on our breathing, we will then make our way to a tabletop position. And right away, once we are in this tabletop position, we are going to make our way to an extended child's pose with our feet touching each other. Our legs are as wide as a yoga mat, and we're going to be doing that right away. And then from there, we will then make our way back to that tabletop position. Once we are back in that tabletop position, we are then going to thread the needle, if you will, to do a stretch on our shoulders. We're doing that on both sides. And the only difference with this between what we did the other day or last time is if you want to get for stretch, you can extend it. And so you see in this practice, I did choose to extend the stretch. And again, this is happening on both sides. Once we have done this stretch or threading the needle on both sides, we then are going to make our way right back to that tabletop position to then go into our first downward facing dog of the practice. And with that downward facing dog, we're going to be in it for a little bit, just pedaling the dog. And then from there, we then are going to make our way to the front of the mat and our first standing forward bend. And there we will transition from that into a mountain pose. And that was our next sequence, basically. From that mountain pose and then going into our prayer position, standing, we then are going to kind of do this variation where we give ourselves a great big hug, and then we do a chest opener where we extend our arms out, kind of doing like the reverse of that. So we're going to be doing that a couple times before we make our next move. And with the next move, what we are going to be doing is in putting one leg, I think we start with the left leg, out to our back, to the back, and we will then do kind of a pyramid pose. So again, another heart opener. And from that pyramid pose, we then are going to make our way to this inverted triangle pose, if you will. You do have the option of bending your knees with it if you need to, or you can keep it straight. I try to kind of keep it straight. I'm not sure if I did that or not, but that's what I was going for. And then we are going to do this sequence on both sides. So then we will end up back in that standing forward bend, mountain pose, and then we'll be back to putting our opposite leg out for that pyramid pose and all that good stuff. once we've done this sequence on both sides, we are going to make our way back to the standing forward bend. And then from there, we are then going to make our way back to that mountain pose. And after that, we then will next make our way to a yogi squat. And with the yogi squat, you do want to have your feet as wide as the yoga mat. And then also try to go as far down as you possibly can, safely, of course, if your knees can handle it. And if you do need to, and the idea also is to make sure you have your feet as flat as possible. As you can tell, every time I've done it, and this includes with this practice, I am still not able to have my feet flat. So if your heels are slightly raised, that's okay too. Do what's comfortable and what's best for you. And we're going to be in this pose for a couple of breaths, and then from there we are going to make our way to a seated position after that. Once we are in a seated position, you could either from there transition to a corpse pose or shavasana, or you can stay in the meditation pose as I did in this practice today. For me, I chose the meditation pose because it's a morning practice and affirmations are happening. And I generally try to only do shavasana during an evening practice or when I'm trying to wind down. And for me, I was doing this to kind of get my day started. But whatever works for you is what works for you. But this is basically concluding the practice while we were in this meditation position pose, or again, if you were in a shavasana or corpse pose. She was mentioning daily affirmations, and it was for you to repeat them. You could either repeat them out loud or to yourself. Since I'm the only one at my place, clearly I was repeating them out loud, well, besides the cats. But anyway, that does conclude the practice. So that concludes the video for today. How I would rate that routine, I would give that a solid 8.5. It wasn't too bad. I like that it was only 15 minutes, and it definitely flew by quickly. And I like that we had some pretty easy poses, but what I wish we would have had that we didn't have was there were really no warrior poses. I like that. And I don't know, for me, I feel like a warrior pose is a great way to start the day because it's, a morning routine. And also too, I did love the affirmations. So that was awesome. That's what kept it back up, kept it at 8.5. The other thing that I don't know, 15 minutes just flew by. And maybe it's just because I've been doing this for a while. 15-minute routine doesn't feel like much. And I don't know. I think I'm used to her challenge, quiet as kept. And with her challenge, she bumped you all the way up to where you're doing some things. And, with this is not a challenge, it's like her normal morning thing. And maybe that's what I was expecting. I don't know. Yeah, I still liked it though. I definitely recommend you checking it out and checking her out in general because she has yoga routines for anyone and everyone. And this one was pretty simple. There wasn't too many complicated poses, and all the practice today was pretty easy to do. And yeah, it definitely was. I would say it was beginners friendly if you're trying to get started. So I would recommend this for that. Yeah, and again, that 15 minutes flew by quickly. It came and went. But anyway, that concludes the video for today. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and I will see you next time. Bye.